Yo.
Free one.
Yes.
That's a new thing I have to do.
Oh, good. Welcome to the world famous Rad Dude Cast. My name, of course, is Brendan Big Cat Air. People are calling me Big Cat. Did somebody have a Big Cat? Wasn't there a Big Cat?
Yes,
Yeah,
there
Big
was.
Cat. Who's Big Cat?
Who was Big Cat?
Hey,
Mo Vaughn.
Oh, yes.
Wasn't Mo Vaughn Big Cat?
I think there was a couple Big Cats.
Also in
I think there might have been
Wedding
another one,
Crashers.
man.
He goes, come on, Big Cat. He calls him Big Cat. Wedding Crashers, my favorite movie.
Well, I've
Also true.
often been called Big Cat. Anyway.
I like to call you Big Cat. That works for me.
Yeah.
Haru, man, do you mind looking up who was Big Cat? Because this is gonna bother me.
It's an athlete. I think it was a football or basketball player. Anyway,
Before you want to move on, I want to tap on that a little bit. Can you be Big Cat? And I don't know if this is offensive for him. You let me know. I want you to be Little Cat, and I want to imagine he's your son.
Let me tell you something straight to your fucking beautiful mustachioed face.
Mm-hmm.
If I were ever so lucky to have a son as accomplished, as diligent, as efficient, as beautiful as Dan Harumi, well, then I would thank the gods above because he is a wonderful man.
You thank him because I just made this legal.
Okay.
Is this Jamal Maglior? Is that a name or is that
Jamal Maglore?
Maglore?
Yeah. That okay.
Or is there another one?
There had to be a different one. I don't know.
There
was a
big
bigger
cat.
cat.
Than Jamal
Yeah,
Maglore, man.
there was a bigger cat.
Maybe you're talking about the
there's a
cats in
bunch.
your backyard.
Okay.
Are we talking like newer or?
You don't want to talk.
older?
You don't want to talk to the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, are we talking newer or older?
Any
Older,
age
a little
of these
older
cats,
is who
man.
I'm remembering.
Okay, the Big Cat is a popular nickname in professional sports and may refer to. This is a whole Wikipedia page. John Lee Bench,
No,
Andres Galarraga,
Sucks.
no,
baseball player, Ernie Ladd.
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of.
no,
Andres.
you're not.
I am,
No,
man.
you're not.
I am
Keep going,
definitely
keep going.
thinking
No,
of
you're
Andres
not.
Galarraga.
All right.
Sports.
Leon Lett.
Yes, Leon Lett. That is who
Okay.
I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Leon
yeah,
Lett,
Leon
the
Lett,
big cat.
You
famous
guys don't know all
Cowboys.
Our fans
Yep.
are nerds, bro. We're all nerds.
No.
We don't care about sports.
I'll tell you,
we all nerd. Y'all is too jockey.
the table is this is the line in the cafeteria where the cool jocks sit on this side. me
Cool
and Anthony,
jocks, my buttonhole.
and the loser nerds over
Let
there.
me call Harumi. Ask what he's about. Yo, Harumi, man.
yeah, man.
Where are you consider yourself, nerd or jock?
He's on this side.
I
Dude.
love Wikipedia, man.
He's
Oh,
a strict
boy.
Wikipedia.
I'm
guy.
on
Well,
the-
that's a
Don't
nerd.
let him
I'm on
choose,
the side of
man.
research.
Yeah. The side
but
of truth.
whose side of the table you on, man? Were you a nerd in high school or were you a jock?
Don't
Did you play sports?
look
No,
up.
I'm going nerd.
Yeah, my main
Harumi,
man.
why don't
I
you
do love
Wikipedia
research, though.
manipulation?
He does love
tactics?
research.
Because that's what he's trying
What?
to do to you.
Yeah,
He said I said, are you a jock or a nerd? He said, man, I love research.
Yeah.
That is a true out nerd. Nerds
That's a different
love
sect,
studying.
man. No,
What?
no. That's a different lunch table.
Nerds jocks don't do research. Jocks jerk
Yes, they do.
off each other as
You gotta-
gags.
when you're a jock, you got to do research on STDs because you don't know which
No,
ones you're gonna
you
get.
grab the nerd
Fucking
and you
every
make
girl in
him
school.
do it.
What?
Anyway,
Now, this is the Rad Dude Cast. I'm here with Anthony,
names,
big
please.
dog DeVito. I'm here with Greg,
Wolfenstein 3D.
the mustachioed pistachio Wolfenstein 3D
Please don't
stone.
let that stick.
What, Wolfenstein 3D?
No, pistachio.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
Well, I'm shaving it tomorrow. Someone said I look like Eric Griffin.
and
Yeah, he was very upset about that.
and listen, here's a good one. And and we're here with Dan, your wife. I'm in her room, Harumi.
Nice, man.
You know,
Nice.
get it? Her room.
Oh, yeah,
He's in
absolutely.
Yeah, he's in your wife's room.
Why your wife's? Could be any female.
No, he's in your wife's room.
More intimate, man. He's in
Yeah.
your wife's room.
Yeah.
Is this new?
Yeah.
Oh, you never. Why don't you ever wear this?
No.
This is nice.
He's fucking the wife.
Oh, I did not put that together. I thought he was just in there admiring her fashion choices.
Maybe. Are we recording?
Yeah, you ask every week, and every week we sometimes are. Now, I gotta say this. Obviously, rate, subscribe to the podcast. Don't put your shit into me. I'm plant-based, motherfucker. He tried to pour his coffee into my coffee.
That's our plant-based.
He's quick, fast. I'll say that.
Yeah, well, the
quick, who's
mustachio
fast?
pistachio
You.
is known for his speed. Now,
The brew's happening fast. We got 20 minutes to talk before this thing.
Y'all better get your shit out now.
But-
I'm about to turn
Whatever
up.
you wanted to say, get it done and get it done now.
here is the deal, okay? We're recording on Friday. This will come out next week because Anthony's on the road Monday. But this previous Tuesday's episode, we asked for reviews, and it worked. You guys, thank you so much for reviewing the podcast. We are going to ask again. We're trying to get up from about 64 to 300 reviews within a month. I think we got, since Tuesday, it's now Friday, I think we got 12, 15 more reviews. So thank you all that
30
reviewed.
in total or something.
A lot of them
No?
took your advice and just
That's
said
advice, my
Tim
advice.
Cook is sexy.
Yes.
That's my advice.
Yeah, both
right?
your
Who
advice.
gets the points on that?
There's no points given.
I never know because I don't go by the
I am
the points-driven
I do.
system.
Well, then
for
I'll
the
give you the
success of
points,
our
Greg.
podcast.
But
It's the only sport I play.
again,
Who's the funniest man of all time, and it's me.
we appreciate that very much. It's very helpful to the podcast. So if you can take that less than a minute in your day and review the podcast on whatever format you listen to it.
Let Tim Cook know how handsome he is.
I hope
Yep.
there's a guy out there, one guy that just listens to this on cassette. That maybe he works on an oil rig, his friend records it on an old-fashioned children's tape recorder, sends him the cassettes. There may be one guy. If you're that guy, write in. But review the podcast.
Rita's a fun one. Rita's a funny one, man.
What? Well, there's been some good ones.
They've been saying that Tim Cook is handsome. That's so funny. Our podcast is going to go through the roof.
Yeah, and remember, man, get at Johnny Ives too. That
He
guy
got
was-
Johnny Ives. They got him.
Somebody did. Okay,
They
cool.
got him.
Yeah, get Johnny Ives, and maybe even get guys that run on the ground floor in Apple. Guys like Wojciechowski. What was Wisnowski?
Wisnowski.
So,
was it Mike Wisnowski?
Get that guy. I would even say, you know who did a hell of a job? Michael Fassbender playing Steve Jobs. He
Yeah,
did a
get
great
him in there.
Goddamn, that's a tough role to play.
so we've
Ashton
got
Kutcher,
uh,
admirable.
You got 6 minutes left.
KD Basie wrote, I love these guys. They always make me laugh. Such a good pod. Do yourself a favor and subscribe. Also, Tim Cook is such a handsome, thin innovator.
He is.
And you gotta love Johnny Ives.
Got it, no choice.
And then this guy,
awesome, man.
I also I also love Joaquim at the 4th Avenue store. You know, he hit some employees who served you well.
You know who's a hell of a manager? Mario.
This guy seemed to go big on both of your estimation of how many reviews we get. His title was TBN. His title was 500,000th review. Big 5 stars. Big Anthony guy. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's an Anthony guy if I've
that's
ever
an
heard one.
Anthony guy.
They're not good with numbers.
I like this one. This was left
Filipino prison for 12 years. Love Anthony. Feel like we have a lot of the same thoughts. I did kill my mother, irregardless.
Yeah.
This one is written by Elizabeth Warren. Don't know if it's the real one. I assume it
could
is.
be.
Might be. I'm a donator, so, you know.
Great podcast by rad dudes. My boyfriend loves this podcast. I don't like podcasts. But I actually enjoy this show when I've heard it in the car with him.
I want to add to that. I think that we get a lot of. I think we are the #1 podcast for girlfriends who are forced to listen to their boyfriend's podcast.
I would say that.
I've had many people message me that go, "Hey, my boyfriend listens to the podcast. He loves you. You guys really seem nice. Can you send me something from your home to give to him?" That's happened like 20 times.
Yeah, if we could ever get the numbers on like average listenership by gender, it would I think be hours for guys,
By gender,
a minute and a half for girls. It's got to be that.
I also want to say, hey, your girlfriend's kind of like us. They're not listening to podcasts. Make them subscribe. They're not subscribed to anything. Get into their phone.
Yeah.
Subscribe on their phone.
Yeah.
Go in their purse.
Delete-
Take a couple of their pills. Throw them in the garbage. Just get a baby.
Yeah, you say, listen, sweetheart, how many episode of Girls Gotta Eat have I had to listen to with you? Now let's get on board with the rad.
With the
dudes,
3
guys.
boys and Dan Harumi.
This one I love. This is from Big.
Dan, you still here?
Yep.
This is from Big.
Got to keep him engaged. For
This
the,
is
for the scenes later.
This is from Big Sass. I'll read 2 more. 2 more good ones.
2 more. All right.
This is, and I'm sorry I couldn't get to them all, and we sure appreciate it. And take the time to do this; it really helps. I'm gonna keep pushing this for the month, and then I'll lay off
I
it.
just want to say that we have the funniest fans.
They're hilarious. They're great. This guy, this is my favorite review of all. It's from Big Sassy Daddy.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a Greg guy.
Yeah. Well,
maybe not.
Maybe
he's a B-man.
more than you could even imagine. The entire review is the title of the review is Greg, and he gives us 5 stars, and the body of the review is Greg.
Yeah.
And then last one, there's a bunch more, and they're really funny, but the one that I really like, a good strong wife wrote, it makes me laugh, it makes me cry, it makes me wish I still did mushrooms.
Man, I got to show you guys something real quick. You ever play that game? I'm going to take a picture. You ever play that game where you go to the park, and not the park, the Seaside Heights, and you put a quarter, and then it slowly pushes, and then the quarters fall if you do it right?
That game's a ripoff.
Well,
so hard to win.
It is, but we got a match of that happening right now with the Winter Soldier right there. You see that?
Oh, yeah, one of Greg's figures is
Look at that.
falling off, yeah.
He's not. He's right on the edge, dude. One sneeze. he's taking the plunge into the big city.
That game is horseshit.
I'll go post that picture.
That game is horseshit.
Yeah, it's just
it's so hard to win.
You worried about him? Maybe he's going through something.
He's on the edge of falling. I do want to push him up there, Anthony. I trust you for the first time in my life. Just take your fingers and push him up. Yeah. Oh God, you were so.
He was so rough.
I know. You'd think this guy. He talks like he's an athlete, but that kind of hand, you couldn't be.
I play bully ball.
It tells me a lot. It tells me a lot about your sexual techniques. You're just poking and prodding around like a doctor.
Yep.
I think having sex with him is very similar to when aliens abduct you and then test your body for the first time.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Like an old doctor with a cadaver. Yeah, that's what I'm like. Just going in there, and it's over pretty quickly. I go, yes, this is a dead body. It's all over. The procedure has ended.
Now, I want to get to something I've been worried about for a while. Anthony, explain more about bully ball. You just mentioned you play bully ball.
Bully ball. Well, if
you said you're a bully ball guy.
Well, bully ball is an actual term.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bully ball is it's a basketball term that you're more engaged physically with the other team. You're just pounding into them. LeBron James at this point in his career is more of a bully ball basketball player, where he's just banging you in the post to get to the basket. Shaquille O'Neal, big bully ball guy. You asked the question.
Greg closed his eyes as if he was falling asleep.
Because sports make me furious.
Because I'll tell you what happened. Greg heard a funny term that he was like, Anthony made that up.
Yes.
And I want to know more about it.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this is the one time I used a real term that sounded fake.
He also did that one time with me once. He goes, long time ago, he brought in, you've brought in a lot of things in my lexicon that I had never heard of and are just great. Sure. He brought into my lexicon the beast of burden. And he would talk about the beast of burden all the time. And I said, that's hilarious. A beast of burden? What does that even mean? And then it turns out it's a thing.
The donkey.
I didn't know that. You knew
Pretty
that?
much.
You guys in your books.
A beast of burden is any animal used to carry things.
Yeah, like he carries the burden of your water jugs.
Yeah, so it's usually a
Dan Harumi is our beast of burden, right?
I wouldn't. I think
he
that's
carries
probably
the
a little bit offensive.
Really?
Well,
he's recording the things.
I would say he's a man of wires.
No, I am a man of wires. Don't you dare take away the title. He is a junior man of wires.
Now
he's learning wire tech. I'm teaching him about how to have as many wires as possible.
Honestly, man, it's better than beast of burden.
Really?
A junior man of wires than calling him a beast?
A beast? Yeah, you want to be a beast. They call me monster.
No, because a beast.
When you
no, hold on.
Beast Wars.
Yes, you're talking about two different.
Here it comes.
You're talking about two different
Tell me.
interpretations of beast. Okay, when they say beast of burden, they're using sort of the biblical ancient term of beast, where it was man and beast.
And beast.
Beast was just any animal. So a beast of burden wasn't necessary. A beast.
Yeah,
fuck you up. It was a donkey.
Yeah,
it was a beast.
But
it wasn't a ferocious grizzly bear.
Yeah, the Bible wasn't like they weren't going with a cool nickname. They weren't like that guy is a beast. They're like horrible. No, we usually reserve
Dirty.
that term for a filthy woman.
Yeah.
Let's ask the actor's corner. Dan Harumi,
Yes.
do you find Beast of Burden offensive? Don't think, just answer.
No.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
See, but-
go ahead. He's got his phone open.
Yeah,
he looked
but
up something.
Beast of burden is an animal such as a mule or donkey that is used for carrying loads.
I know everything. You don't have to look this shit up, Dan. I don't know why you would look up when I said something authoritatively.
I know why.
Here's
Well, yeah, high five.
No,
Greg,
no, I was raising my hand. You know why he did it?
needed
Why?
human contact.
This is how good Dan is. He just wants you to feel good. He wants to show you how much you know.
Uh,
No questions asked.
I was listening to the podcast last week,
Mm-hmm.
and when he delivered, we talked about that video game, Kid Nicky, and we had Dan research it. 5 minutes later, I said, where are we at Kid Nicky? Dan delivered the most concise, exactly what you needed to know about Kid Nicky. This guy
Loves-
is a professional.
Yeah, he is a professional. Literally, he is our Beast of Burden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, I
He
don't-
likes it.
Again,
Well,
I don't.
you know about Dan too. Is the oldest of 12.
Do you have 12? Do you have 11 siblings?
No.
Dan, look it up. See if you have 11 siblings.
Now, I know Greg hates sports, but we were talking about this before you got here. It's really bumming me out this morning. Last night on Thursday Night Football, of course, my Browns, excellent game.
My Browns.
They look great.
It's like your poops.
They look great.
Keep going.
He's not letting that one in.
Well, no, I was
He
trying
will not let that one in
because I was trying to remember
There you
someone.
go.
I heard there was some movie or TV show where some guy said, "I got to take the Browns to the stadium." And he
Oh.
was taking a shit or something.
fun.
But
I'd
something
say
like
to
that.
the water
Oh
hole.
no! This is what he said. I got to take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Biggest shit of the
Yeah,
year.
and he was taking a shit. But
I'm probably just gonna keep going. You guys just keep talking.
no, that's not how a
You know,
podcast works.
Just barrel through me.
I can foresee problems with this, so willing to throw the ball up in
We
the
try
air.
new
and see.
things. We try new
Yeah,
things.
totally, man.
So
I'm into it.
we look great against the Steelers.
Yeah, you look even better.
They've been on a six game winning streak.
Right.
We beat them. Unfortunately, our rookie kicker missed his first 2 field goals of the year. That was a bummer. This kid was 16 for 16 career. He missed 2 field goals. I hope that doesn't get to his head. 5 seconds left in the game. Myles Garrett, the best player on our team, arguably a beast, a real beast, not a beast of burden, a real beast.
a bad beast or a good beast?
What, a defensive
talking?
end that just
A donkey water carrier kind
no,
of guy?
we're
or
talking about a
Greg
beast.
Yeah,
but
but he's a beast of burden. He carries the podcast. That's a compliment.
Not only that, man, as the oldest of 12, he
Yeah.
carries
So,
his whole family.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw this, Anthony. Myles Garrett ripped the fucking helmet off the Steelers quarterback and tried to hit him with it. And the guy is the nicest guy in the world. You hear him, he's this gentle, nice guy,
my
and it's
God.
going to be the longest suspension, on-game suspension in the history of the NFL. And it's also crazy that it's just like, that's just a suspect. Like, if you did that on the street, that's 5 years in jail. You're trying to hit a guy with a football helmet. Nobody knows what happened. He ripped his helmet off and tried to hit him with his own helmet in the head. He did hit him, but it
Wait.
was glancing.
Is Myles Garrett is a defensive player?
He's a defensive
okay.
end.
He's a defensive end.
And
so
he's like
he ripped-
gentle and nice and smart, and I
Right.
don't know what happened. I don't know what angered him, but he ripped that Rudolph dude, the Steelers
Yeah.
backup quarterback. He ripped his helmet off and tried to hit him with it,
Jesus.
and pretty much ruined our season because he's going to be suspended for. It's going to be the longest suspension in the history of the league, I think.
Yeah.
He tried to kill a guy.
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
totally. Yeah, I mean that's pretty nuts. Man.
Yeah.
Like if we were outside right now and a guy walked by and tried to hit Greg in the head with a football helmet, well, he wouldn't be able to because of Greg's prowess. But maybe he caught him unlooking. That's attempted murder.
You could get Greg. First of all, you could get Greg in the head with a football helmet.
Ain't no one gonna know.
Ain't no one gonna know.
Nah, same shit.
Yeah.
You just filled in the dent that's already there.
That's attempted murder.
No.
Yeah, if you take that out of the stadium, that guy is in prison. In the stadium, 8 games.
So that's pretty good, where you're like, I got suspended, but at the same time, I did do assault with a deadly weapon.
You know what they say. Anytime someone calls you and gives their full name, chances are that's not someone you want to be talking to. Bill Simmons. Sports.
Just want to unpack.
I'm helping.
I'm not saying you're not.
You're talking sports. I looked up a sports quote.
Did Bill Simmons say that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if that's true.
What was the quote again?
So if anyone calls you and gives you their full name, that's not someone you want to be
Hi,
talking
I'm Lenny
to.
Marcus, looking for Anthony DeVito.
That's interesting. I like Lenny.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Lenny calls me. That's really exciting. Can we do a 2-minute aside, then we're going to get right back into sports? Because, man,
No,
I've
we don't
never
need to
been
get. I
happier.
just wanted.
I love sports now.
I
You've
ju-
convinced me with this conversation. You made me want to.
Well, I just
almost
wanted to
jumped on the other side of the table.
enlighten Anthony about this helmet incident, which is crazy.
It is
It's
crazy.
unprecedented.
I want to talk more about sports. But before we get into that, I want to do 2 minutes to just talk about how much we all love Lenny Marcus.
He's
Right?
great.
What a nice guy.
He's very.
I don't
got
know
a
how
kid.
you're gonna get 2 minutes out of it, but that guy's a great comedian and a nice
This
fellow.
guy could get 2 minutes out of anything.
I told him, I said, Lenny, your kid has a kid going. He goes, I got to tell you, don't listen to what people say. It is hard, but I love it. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. And I said, I'm thinking, but my wife. And he goes, well, you wait till she wants to do it too. And end of the conversation. But that guy's got so much knowledge in Lenny Marcus.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about the old handover in the game last night? That was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some big handovers.
A good amount of handovers.
Yeah.
That's fun though.
I think yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
This
You know
is
what's
what
up.
they're not doing. Let me tell you what they're not doing, which is a big mistake. The NFL, they bring in these guys. They bring in their
Heavy hitters.
No, I'm talking about the
Keep guessing.
broadcasters. You know,
Uh-huh.
they bring in. It's generally one career broadcaster and one ex-player.
Yeah.
You know, you got your Tony Romos. You got your guys in there.
Can
What
I real quick?
What they're not doing, bringing guys like you in. Because
Yeah.
that's a way more
tried.
fun broadcast. Well,
Dennis
they tried
Miller.
with Dennis Miller,
No,
but Dennis Miller knew sports.
He knew
Yeah.
sports.
They got to bring in a guy like you.
Yes.
Can we
who's
do a
just
live
going,
stream?
Yeah.
Let's watch football
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Live stream the game, and we'll all commentate on it.
Yeah.
That'd be a
And
sport-
you'll
that's a
just
sports
you'll
chance.
just go. Hey, they've handed it over. This he seems to be running. I don't know what his nice number on him.
Hey, they never do big philosophical. They go, but what is he running from? Really?
Yeah.
Now, why did I interrupt you? I had something that was huge. Fuck, what did I just gonna say?
He
What were
was-
you saying?
Uh,
Bring me back in time.
Man, he
Bring
was
me
talking
to,
about.
You were talking
know
about the
what?
Dennis Miller.
Before
I'm
that.
saying
though,
why weren't they doing guys like
Yes.
you?
Why don't
Yeah.
they ever? I like that they do the opposite, right? They do the opposite, right? Where they bring in sports guys to commentate. I say you bring commentators front line
Playing.
playing.
Well, some of
Old
them.
commentators who retired.
Yeah, some of them would be okay. So
Like-
it would be like an old. Now, okay, let me expand on your idea. What if they had a senior NFL? So you're talking about some of the all-time greats, but 55 plus.
No, I'm saying if this guy thinks he knows so much about the game, bring him out. Bring him out. Put him on the defensive line. I want to see Jack Knight out here.
That's just a comedian we know. I'll give you an example. You could say Al Michaels, for instance.
All right, Al Michaels.
Yeah.
From the Michaels family. Third of fourth. You know him. Put him on the front line.
Well,
Put him on. Let him just get hit a few times.
I agree.
Then he's going to keep his mouth shut the next game. You know what I mean?
That's what you want. You want to watch a silent game where a guy goes every now and again. He goes, "Boy, I got to tell you, it's different when you're out there than it is when you're in the booth, and especially as a 63-year-old man. I am in critical condition all week long."
It's a fumble, but I got to be honest. Not his fault. It is a hard game.
I gotta take a nap.
I no
what you
longer really feel qualified to say anything. It is dangerous down there. It is horrible.
That's a dog pit in there. Let me
Yeah.
tell you about it.
Winners and losers, but
Now-
we all they're all doing. Yeah, you go.
You talked about silence.
Who?
Anthony talked about how it would be mostly silence. If Harumi, you could do a little research for me, if you don't mind. I believe it was the NFL. It may have been hockey, but they did experiment with. Will people like it better if there's no commentators? And there was a brief time where they aired silent games.
Yeah,
and
In
it
the 40s.
No.
Yeah, with
like
Charlie Chaplin played. He had two
that-
little loaves of bread.
That is true.
And then they smash his face into the boards.
Yeah.
In the December 20th, 1980, between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins, the NFL experimented with an announcerless game.
Yeah.
I know what happened there. Can I tell you what happened there?
Yeah.
Someone goes, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
They're out. And then they're like,
The two teams were playing the last game of the season, and neither of them have qualified for the playoffs. So I think the NFL is just like this.
Who gives a shit?
that's
That's
really
hilarious.
funny.
I like also an alternative idea where they had like an artistic guy take over for like one. He got fired after this week, but
Yeah.
he was like, I've got all these fresh ideas.
Yeah.
An announcerless game, the Jets versus the Dolphins. How about this? In the booth is just a portrait of a jet
yeah.
and a recording of a SeaWorld exhibition.
Yeah.
And he was fired immediately after
Yeah.
that game.
What if we tried a little Vivaldi in the background? Maybe it would have a calming effect.
fun.
If you could get your hands on the Dennis Miller announcing, I don't know if they're still out there. I think they might have scrubbed it. clean
Really?
From the
All of
internet.
it?
Well,
It was so bad.
here's the problem with it. Because this is what sucks.
Yeah.
Is that it's a good idea and an idea that would work.
Yes.
But they picked
They
a
picked-
prick.
The wrong guy.
Yeah.
Dennis
Like
Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
He's
had
a prick?
Yeah, Dennis Miller's an asshole.
Dude, he would literally be like Steve Young running down the field like Alexander the Great
Y-
against the Rome, and
yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh man,
Like-
can Pat Summerall talk again? I never thought I
Right.
would say that
Yeah.
sentence. Yeah.
Like if
Here's a guy.
they had like Colin Quinn,
Yeah.
like a likable comedian.
Yeah, like
do
me
it.
or you, Aaron.
Yeah, that it would have worked. Like if they had even Bill Burr, who knows a lot about football, if they had Bill
Yeah.
Burr, like they picked just the fucking wrongest guy they could
Yeah,
pick.
totally.
Like even they could have picked Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
and it would have been great.
Sure.
Or Bird Winston. That guy loves sports.
Bird Winston would always be a great.
The
That guy's
best,
hot off the takes.
yeah.
I gotta say,
You ever heard Bird
possibly.
Winston talk?
I don't know who
3
Bird
points.
Winston
Chirp,
is.
chirp, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's yeah. He curses a lot.
He does curse a lot. So it'd have to be HBO Sports.
Yeah, he could do maybe HBO boxing.
The best could have possibly been Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac as a sports commentator would have
I
been.
feel a setup. You're right, motherfucker.
I understand.
16 points. Y'all get your game on. Anyway, real quick. I
Will
wanna
you
throw
just
this-
do me a
okay.
favor? I'm
Yep.
going to interrupt you. Just
Yeah,
give me a
interrupt me.
Nessa. Give me
Yes,
a Nessa.
sir. Yes, sir. Y'all, can I tell you real quick? Can I do an aside, Anthony? Are you pondering life and its meaning and all of the women, all the girls I've loved before? That's how I imagine you right now. That's how I imagine you right now. That's my new voice.
You do your aside because I had another thought about sports, but I have to get back to it. So do your aside.
All right.
Because I think while you're
I,
talking,
well,
I
I'm gonna.
can
This
maybe
is the
get
side. Then we're gonna
But-
jam right back into where you guys love to be.
It was just
Sports.
no. There's just I've got it.
All right, but are you gonna be able to listen to me when I'm talking?
Yeah, of
Do
course.
you need me to write down?
No, I've got it.
I said I'll write it down. Tell me, and I'll write it down for you.
But the thing I'm about to say,
Yep.
you want me to write it down first
Yeah,
for
write down.
you
Anthony.
before I say it? It's
Anthony's
in
thing.
my head.
I wrote
No,
Anthony's thing.
write it down or don't fucking say it.
So what I like.
You're going now. I have one.
Okay, go.
Oh, I don't have one. Go. I have two, but you go first.
Go
I'm
first.
So
Go
excited about
first.
yours.
Go. It's your go.
Okay. I like, because when I watch a lot of basketball, I think they do this in all sports, but, I'm watching more basketball, so I'm seeing it there more often.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They will mic the players, right?
Yeah.
And, usually what they can pull is only 30 seconds of sound bites, because
Yeah.
I'm sure everything else is just talking shit.
Yeah.
Talking
yeah.
about girls they fucked.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just whatever.
Right.
So it's like they'll be like, hey, let's see what John Wall had to say for the game, and he's like, great job.
Yeah.
That's it. They recorded him for
Yeah.
2 hours, and that's all they got.
Two workables.
So just think about the hour 59. That's all you know what titties I like the best? The squishy ones. I'll hit a bitch.
I like the ones that's big and fat. You take them out abroad, they're flat and saucy.
Hey man, why Asian people's faces like that? Just stuff like that.
The best is, and this is not preempting your go because this
It's
is part
not
of,
because I see a physical preemptive.
This is part of Anthony's go.
You're
You can look these up on YouTube. There's great. They have great look up chirps and trash talk from the NHL because the way the microphones are set up on the rink and the way the acoustics of the rink, they catch stuff that's not the players mic'd up. So they catch the real stuff, and it's the best because it's just Canadian insults. It's just like, you fucking milk drinker. And it's like, what? Yeah, dude, I like milk.
Yeah, I
what
like
are you
milk.
talking
Oh, your mother is dumber than a
And
maple
there's
tree.
this one that's just a guy fighting with another guy for the whole game because he kicked the goalie's water bottle. And the guy just keeps going, it's just a water bottle. And the guy goes, it's our fucking water bottle. You don't touch the fucking water bottle. And it goes on for periods and periods of it. Every time they come out, he's mad about the water bottle. And then the best part is, when they fight in the NHL?
Yeah.
It's the craziest, Canadian thing because they're so polite about it. Because it's like, if, say, Sidney Crosby or, the star gets hit, and hockey has a very, sense of etiquette. The stars,
I know.
The stars, I
love hockey.
The puck handlers, the scorers, they don't really fight. The goons
Tell
fight.
him.
The goons fight. And so, say, Sidney Crosby gets hit, a goon has to fight then. Yeah. But it's crazy when you hear it mic'd up. Because there literally will be there'll be a face-off happening, and the two goons will be next to you, and the guy will just be like, "Hey, you want to do it?"
Yeah, I love
and
that.
the other guy will be like, okay, and he'll be like, "Okay, we'll do it on this one. We'll do it on this one," and then the puck drops, and they just
tell me.
they just both drop their gloves and start fighting. It's like the politest fights you've ever seen. They're like, "Hey, we gonna go? You give me one? I'll give you one. Okay, I'll give you one."
Go we go.
That's great.
I love that.
Yeah.
You got 2 goes.
Yeah, one not relevant anymore. It's dead. But
How is that possible?
because it's not as good as I thought. Maybe I'll tell you. But this one is big. Do you remember?
Go off the heat from the first one and then get into the second one.
Yeah. It's not funny. I just want to tell you about a thing. So anyone ever ask you to do? Oh God, I'm setting this up too big. The guy asked me to do a thing, and I was like, I hurt my self-esteem for years because our friend Mike's older brother Bob, one day was like, Greg, you got to come and commentate. We need a commentator for this hockey game. You come commentate the hockey game. And I was like, he goes, you think you could do that? I was like, I guess, sure, right? So I went, not realizing it's like, well, one, not only do I know not enough about hockey to commentate a live game in front of everyone, also, he gave me the players' names. Every time something would happen, I'd have to look on the sheet to be like, number 37, fucking Michael. So I didn't know the players' names. I didn't know anything. And at the end, he was like, yeah, just that wasn't really very good. And I was like, yeah, that's an impossible scenario for me to just come into a sports game and commentate it.
Well, also, you're not a sports commentator. What do you mean that wasn't very good? You're not. First of all, guys who actually are sports commentators, their first game probably wasn't good.
Yeah.
And you're not a sports commentator.
Yeah.
And that used to blow my mind as a kid. I don't know why, because as an adult, it's like, oh, yeah, they just study the game. But as a kid, I used to watch basketball and be like, man, they really know everyone's name.
Yeah.
How do they know everyone's name? And then as an adult, you're like, there's 10 guys out there. They've been studying this their whole life.
A week in advance.
Yeah.
Then you look at some of their desks or whatever, they have stacks of notes.
Yeah.
You're just hearing it. You're not seeing them be like, yeah.
Dude, I swear my commentating was number 37 gets a goal. It was 20 minutes ago, but I just figured out his name is Mike. Mike's parents. Be happy for him.
It sounds hilarious.
That happened 3 games ago. Yeah, the kid next to me, there was a kid next to me who knew more about sports but was too scared to talk.
Right.
So he was like, maybe this guy did something. I was like, you gotta be quicker, man. You gotta be quicker.
I love that the mics were picking that up. You two just arguing like, come on, man, feed me the goddamn names. If you're not gonna say it, you got to get it to me.
I will say, sports is missing a huge opportunity because the game itself people like to watch.
Yeah.
But then you're missing such a large amount of people who just don't like watching the game because it's boring.
Yeah.
So you could be picking up those people in the announcing.
Yeah.
They could be they should have that where it's like you can watch a game on Fox or you can watch a game on Bravo.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just going off my relationship. I would get to watch the basketball game, but then Julia would get to hear about what's going on in the world of Real Housewives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would just be Andy Cohen and 2 of his friends talking about the Housewives while the Lakers are playing the Clippers.
That's fun.
That'd be great.
Or like, they should have built-in wives yelling at husbands in the back of like, "Fucking, you didn't get any of this shit done. You're just gonna sit there. You're gonna sit there. The dishes have piled up.
Yes.
3 days. 3 days.
I don't think you're so far off, man. Like that's like you go to there's testimonials. You know what I mean? Like you just film. You film it in the vein of Real Housewives, and I think you could get them on board.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like LeBron James testimonial, and he was like, "Yeah, man, whatever. Frank Vogel, like, what do you think? Like, what happened back there?" And he's just like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Now this is.
I was with you. I gotta be honest, man. I don't know enough about sports to help out here. I don't know who Frank Vogel is.
He's just the coach of the Lakers. You would have to have a pretty good working knowledge of the Lakers and the Real Housewives to really get in there for that.
Neither of which I know.
And neither one of you, I mean,
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay.
We're looking at Brendan. What'd he do? Yeah, he's wrong. Let's yell at Brendan.
What?
You fucked that up.
I didn't fuck up anything.
All right, I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't even know if we're podcasting anymore with this sports talk. You got me all looped up backwards.
I think we're probably
speaking a
I think
different
we've
language.
exhausted our resources on sports talk.
Now, this is a thing I talked to Greg last night about.
That's not true.
And it's mine. I'm gonna do a joke about it. I'm not there yet, but I think it's
Mine.
Whoa, okay.
okay,
man.
Don't you fucking touch
Come
this.
out of the gate like
Don't
that.
you touch this.
But I think it's fascinating. It's so funny to me. I don't know why it's so fun. Look at him. He's just pointing at his fucking
He's
camera.
gone. I knew
This
it.
guy.
When
Look,
I started
one
in-
goddamn cold brew.
I
and
started in on what could have been a fun idea. He's gone.
You
Yeah.
gotta be honest. You gotta let me do those. Those are fun for the fans who were just watching the video.
Yeah, the
I know.
Helena.
Yeah.
Helena? Is it Helena or Helena?
There's multiple ways to say it.
Wonderful woman.
And I want to say this. I like to do a little extra for the video people, but you can't call them out. I'm going to do a whole puppet show one day.
Okay, let me give the counter argument. I'm going to call them out so that the people that are listening, which are
They get extra.
50 times the number, can
50.
actually know what's happening.
50, 99 times.
Yeah.
We got 2. Helena was like, there's no views in the video. Why is there no views in the video? I uploaded it to some wild account that I think I made as a dummy account to start as a prank once.
We've made so many accounts on the internet for the Rad Dudecast that just never got off the ground. So then we just made another one on the same platform. There's 8 websites. There's 4 email addresses, 3 YouTube pages.
There's the Rad Dudecast, the Rad Dudecast Pod, Rad Dudecast. There's Savage Dudecast. Hey guys, this one's the real one. Follow this one, the Rad Dudecast. All at Gmail.
Yeah, and that's the saddest shit because like the people at YouTube or Gmail are like, sorry, some other people have that account. And you're like, no, it's us.
That's all
We're
us.
the
There's
people.
like a guy. There's like a guy, like a junior, like computer investigator at Langley at the CIA, like walking into his superior's office, like, "Hey, man, there's this podcast. It seems like they're trying to hide themselves. There's something sinister going
some kind
on.
of shadow
Because
operation
any
here."
podcast would want to be found, but these guys are literally trying to be unfindable on the internet. They must be up to something. They've got 14 ghost accounts. You can't get to the bottom of who these guys are or where to find them. It's unlistenable, not because of the quality, but because literally you can't listen.
Yes.
So what was
So
what was a fascinating
was-
thing, and then we'll get to
it was so it's so
fascinating.
funny to me, and it's
this is Brendan's bit.
it's not a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can
Don't touch it.
This is not a bit yet. I just am trying to make a bit about it because
Mm-hmm.
it's just so fascinating and funny. To
This is
me.
the one I gave you that killer angle on tag?
Yes.
Wait till you hear it. It's going to blow your pants off.
at,
Some of my best work.
I'm not going to include that part in the story, but because I just want to. I just want.
I think it's a fun aside.
I just want to get the
That's what I had written
facts
down,
out
so you
there.
have to do it.
At the beginning of World War II,
Sure.
like the Allies, and essentially at this point, I guess it would have just been France and Germany. They were like, France and England. They like couldn't figure out how, like the German troops were always like 2 days ahead of where they thought they would be able to get in that time.
Oh, yeah. I
period.
love this bit.
They were always like they were basically and the Luftwaffe was just flying like way more missions than their manpower suggested they could have, and essentially the army was like superhuman, and they couldn't figure it out. And the reality was, the entire army was heavily reliant on a drug called Pervocil, which was chemically identical to crystal methamphetamine.
Yeah, I've
So
heard of
they
this.
were just
Yes.
tweakers. They were just the Nazi army was just tweakers. They were just taking meth, and it was like, they got there 2 days ahead of time because they marched for 57 hours because they were on meth. And there's something so hilarious to me about just giving your army meth and just being, and like about like 2 or 3 years into the war, they realized like, this is not working. Like, they're good for like 3 days and then a week of like
crashing,
useless.
Right.
Like, but there's something so fascinating to me about just the idea of this of meth being like, on one hand you might lose some teeth. On the other hand, you could almost beat the entire world in a war. Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, and Greg
Don't tell them, because I don't want them to. When you do the bid, I don't want them to think that I gave that to you.
Well, Greg was saying like that could be why, like, because he'd always wondered like why guys stuck on board, and that could have been the thing where the guys were like, I kind of like these. I don't really have a problem with Jews, but I need this meth.
I'm up on meth.
That's really funny. That's the first place my mom jumped to as well.
Like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was.
That's the first place?
It was.
No, it's probably the third place, because I don't think I'm the first place. I'm on the third place. You're saying that's the easiest joke? It's the easiest line? Why don't you insult me? Let's take the mic out of your hand and spit in my face.
Man, I was just trying to say, isn't that cool? We think alike.
That's right. We do think alike, man. Left hand?
Yeah, man.
No, man. We ain't
I don't feel like switching.
That's disrespectful, man. Read your
Just go with your left hand, and then it's easy.
double left.
Yeah.
I've never heard that argument before, but I can't deny it.
Why is it?
You got a problem, Dan? What's going on? Something's cooking.
Camera twisted.
Oh, it twisted.
A twisted
yeah.
camera. This
Yeah, that's really funny.
What? Yeah, it's just wild to me that they were just taking meth. And it was just like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is very funny.
I have a thing I want to.
Greg's line about
just like a Luftwaffe pilot in a graphic hoodie.
I want to do a segment. It's called. You ready?
Yeah.
We done?
Yeah.
It's called Greg's Energy Outlet. This is when I just get to do 5 of what's going on, man. I'm fucking. You have caged the beast. The beast is caged. See, that's the beast of burden. I'm the caged beast.
Yeah,
So-
I'm in, man.
So
Yeah.
far, let me just comment on Greg's 5 so far. He's used the term flacking, and I believe he said he was the paged beast.
No,
Okay,
yeah.
peace. Oh, fuck.
Paging the beast. Beast to beast. How you doing over there, Harumi? How we doing on time?
Good.
Nice. We got to get him a camera. We have a camera. Hook it up. Why is your camera not on?
I don't want a camera.
Why? You're so
The
handsome.
guy's on camera every goddamn day
Yeah,
of his
man,
life.
let
Give
him
him a
off.
break, man.
Yeah.
He's been in every movie since 1987.
What if we looked up? What if we found that we finally see Dan and he's just Brad Pitt? Everyone's like, "That's the actor." Yeah, I didn't prepare my segment. I don't know if I have anything to talk about. But feed me the ball. Feed me some fun things.
Okay.
Feed me and I'll riff on them.
Okay, what I would like to know
I want
about
some.
you. Here's what I would like to know about you.
And then you do Anthony's corner. You got a corner.
Yeah, man. I'm not. Why
You got a real problem with
are
it.
you yelling at me? I've done nothing. Zero. I've only been supportive.
Do you have any?
What the hell?
Do you have any interesting stories from your past relating to condoms?
Oh, like some rubbies.
Yeah, I don't know. What is your take on condoms?
Yeah, man. Just whatever you
Weigh
think
in
about
on
the world of
condoms.
condoms.
Yeah,
World of condoms, man. Well, I'll tell you.
First of all, you call them rubbies.
You call them rubbies, man. You got a couple rubbies. And I was one time in the CVS. Remember the CVS? Bloomfield Ave. No, I think it was actually a Rite Aid. It might.
Well, this is good content.
CVS.
It was CVS.
CVS.
Yes. You sure?
Rite Aid.
Right Aid. Okay.
Let me tell you what happened. Greg and I watched a Jeff Goldblum
Yes,
show
I'm slowly.
yesterday.
Yes.
Greg sees himself now as Jeff Goldblum. So now he's going full Goldblum,
I like yes.
which is tricky because he's Greg, and that's a different guy.
You take your own take on him. I like Jeff Goldblum. He's always touching, feeling, around.
This is
looking,
exactly
saying
what
things.
Conan said.
Yes.
Now you're just doing Conan's observations about him.
What are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's not exactly what he said.
Yeah, it is.
No, so you're just calling me a stealer now.
I'm not calling you a stealer.
Do you see what he's been doing? But you see what he's been doing to me this whole podcast? First joke he thinks of. Look at me.
Well,
You're embarrassed. You're ashamed of your friend Anthony.
listen,
What?
and I don't want to get into Greg's 5, but if this needs to come to Rad Dudecast court,
But this is the 5 he
it'll
wants.
come to court.
No.
Was that or was that not? And you know the truth.
Yeah.
I know you know the truth. It lives in your brain. Sometimes it comes out in wiggly ways like a snake. You let it wiggle around and be wishy-washy. Was that Conan's observation about Jeff Goldblum? Tell the truth.
Well, yeah, there's some things that need to be mentioned here. One, yes, I am slowly becoming Jeff Goldblum. That wasn't to be called out immediately.
That's not the argument
first step.
at hand.
Well, the first step. Slowly it's happening. I was going to do it. He then calls it out, and then I say yes. But that is what he is. That is what Goldblum. That isn't the punchline. That's the setup. He does do those things. That's not the opposite. That is what Conan. That is what Jeff Goldblum does. Sure. So yeah, I'm setting it up. I'm talking about it. But that's not. I'm not stealing a punchline. I'm saying what we all notice and love about Jeff Goldblum. I
rule in favor of Greg.
I was going to move forward from that.
I rule in favor of Greg.
From that.
Anthony, banned.
That's fine.
Yeah, banned.
I didn't even want to be in court.
That's what a lot of people who don't want to be in court say. You brought to court because you've been accused of an accusation.
Yeah, that's fine. And I would say, yeah, give him whatever he wants. I would just want this guy to be happy.
Yeah, right. That's not what they say. No one's ever said that in court before. Well, maybe some dads who made mistakes with their children.
I like a guy who says that after he murdered someone, and they say, yeah, I want my wife back, you murderer.
Oh, hey, what do you think of this? Can we do a real? Let's talk about. Okay, this is not very funny. Maybe I shouldn't bring it up. Let's get a. Okay, we'll go. We'll do
You talking Scott Peterson?
No, there's a comedian who. Did you hear about this story with the comedian whose kid was? This is a true story, 100% true. His kid was on a one-night stand with a girl. They were drugged up. They started having sex. He choked her, and she died. And then he ran. And then now he's like, the law is looking for him. Well, they got him. But like, what do you think on that? Do you think that guy should go to jail for the rest of his life?
Yeah. Well, they'll probably plead him down to some form of manslaughter.
Well, that's what they said, manslaughter.
Here's
They've
the
already
problem.
been thrown out the word manslaughter.
Here's the problem. Okay, that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it truly, you've got two problems. One is it's a he said, she said, but she's dead. Mm-hmm. So there's really no knowing. Was this a sexual choking that just went wrong, or was this
he has no past convictions?
Was this a sexual choking where he liked it too much and went forward and killed her? A, that's going to come up in court, and that's going to be a problem. B, the huge problem is if you're involved in a sexual act and it's a consensual sexual act of choking and someone dies, which should never happen. You've got to be more careful than that. But if you run, that is the huge issue.
Yeah.
You need to stay there and take responsibility and say, this is what happened. Let's get her. You got to try and save her.
You got to try and save her. You don't know if she's there.
Yeah.
So you can't run. Running, I think, is what's going to put really look bad in court. And this is a topic that is not that fun.
Yeah, what is that noise?
I think it's you tapping your own foot.
No, that was not me tapping my foot. This house is real creaky. Yeah, I threw us off with that accusation on Anthony, even though it was true. He did try to burn me down to the ground.
I'd argue that's not where we were thrown off.
What?
I would say.
Well, then I tried to jump to a new topic to save our friendship, and the only thing I had in my mind is this murder that has happened that is very dark and sad, but happens a lot in hentai porn. A lot of.
I gotta get more into hentai porn.
Yeah, I can send you some links.
Yeah,
I wouldn't, man.
Links.
I wouldn't. It's not that hot.
No, I know. I've never found it to be. But I would like to culturally expand my horizons.
Let me tell you this. See, this is the thing. I think when you say not that hot, right, that's because you're thinking of what you first think of, which is like the tentacle shit, right? I'm not a big fan of that, but I do like cartoon sex.
I like some cartoon sex. Like
Yeah.
I like to see
A lot of teachers.
the wife from Family Guy get fucked.
Well, that's something.
Lois.
Yes.
You too?
Yeah.
Jocks. You jocks don't even know what you like.
Yeah, what are
Lois?
nerds? What's it turns on nerds, man?
I tell you what, I'm not even a Scooby-Doo fan, but that girl in the orange,
Velma.
Velma?
Yeah.
Anytime I see
I'm on
porn
board
with
with
Velma,
that,
I go, holy Christ. What
Yeah.
is so, because she's so nerdy and reserved, but then she becomes an explosive sexual machine. I go crazy. I go crazy. Who's the hottest fictional person? Do you guys think
Cartoon? Cartoon?
I think
Or
so.
Fictional. Okay. So
Or, you go anything, really.
I mean,
But if you want to stick with cartoon. People like Marge. That's crazy.
that's crazy. Now, I'll say, dude, there's some fucking hot women on Archer.
Oh, they do that on purpose, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're purposely hot.
Lana is unbelievable.
And then, dude, for me, because I think you're at a certain age where things just develop in your mind, it's hard to top Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
yeah, that was the first one that I jumped to.
They
Yeah.
built that for that.
Jessica Rabbit, Bart. I wanted to.
Bart.
Holy cow,
Man.
all right.
I want to see Bart give it to Jessica Rabbit. That'd be fun.
Man,
I like-
make that my wedding cake.
I like the mouse from from Chippendale's Rescue Rangers. Let me tell you this: if humans melded with animals, and we had some like mouse women walking around, they'd be pretty hot. Furry people. Yeah, it's weird that I don't like hairy women. I like them to shave because a real furry woman, I think, would be real sexy. Like a mouse woman.
I'm back into the bush.
The bush.
I'm back into the bush. I like a bush. I think it's come back. Now, occasionally I like a full shave, but then I like a bush.
I like surprise. Yo,
What would you find so attractive about a mouse woman? I'm curious.
what? Well, you don't think it like just like
No, I'm not
they're
coming
cute,
down
they're
on you.
like,
I'm
they're like, I'm supposed to be quiet, but no, I'm a roaring lion. I love that. I love that they're like a Sonic the Hedgehog, but a woman. I don't love I guess the furry breasts are weird, and then also a shaved breast is weird. I don't know the breast situation on a mouse.
Sure,
woman.
that's fine.
So
Just but you're just going with the face.
I get very turned on by the Me Too. Do you know the Me Too? Mewtwo, Pokemon. Yeah. Hey, Hermie, pull her up for me, baby.
Glad you changed it to Mewtwo from I get very turned on by Me Too.
The Me Too.
Yeah, it got dicey for a second.
Yeah.
I want to say this while he's looking that up. I did see this porn this morning. Funny, you should bring it up.
Were you talking to yourself there?
Yeah. Yeah, I was. Two guys talking to each other. I saw this porn where it was, classic sharing a bed, stepbrother situation. Hey, we're in a hotel. We got to share the bed. Right? And then he's like, she goes, do you have a boner again? And he was like, yeah, sorry. And she was like, if you want to masturbate, that's okay. And he was like, are you sure? Like, I feel like this is weird. And she was like, no, really, it's okay. And she kept being this thing. He kept being like, hey, are you okay with this? And she kept being like, I'm really. And I was like, whoa, this is this new hyper consent porn, which I didn't think would be a thing for me, but I'm really into it. I like it.
Well, it's really there's
What
this.
a great thing to find out about yourself.
Yeah.
You are turned on by consent.
Porn never gives you the fun, good, real options.
Right.
Do more of that.
There's this weird, and I guess we live.
Oh yeah. Let me show him the camera. No. Don't give me the sexy give me the regular version. Because I want to see if they find the regular version. Which is crazy, which there is a sexy version, so clearly I'm not the only one who's turned on by this weird animal. Tell me this thing doesn't get you hot and horny. Let me show the camera
Show
first.
us first. Well, that's ridiculous. The camera gets priority over to your co-host.
Yeah, it's called the Mewtwo.
Greg, that's
a
disgusting.
goddamn sexy looking animal. She's got great thick
Very
legs.
curvy.
Oh God.
Very curvy. Curves get you going. It gets your mind going.
Nothing.
Something going on there.
Right?
Something
There's
going
something
on there.
there. There's something that can be handed to Dan. That's his phone. Right? Nothing? You guys got... Oh, let me show you why. I'll show you this cosplay. Oh, I got this girl. That's why. She was building a costume. I follow these cosplay Instagrams. I'm just horny. I'm horny. I would say there's 3 minutes out of the day where I'm not the horniest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Every day is hornier and hornier.
I
and
live
wish
there,
I could
man.
kill
I live
myself.
in that
Not
world.
me,
Yeah,
man.
we are brothers. That's what keeps the
Me,
podcast going.
just looking at leaves and trees. Every now and again, every couple weeks, I got a boner.
Of course you're asexual. You're the most because you're not from this planet, and we know it. We know it for a fact.
While
I'm
you
not asexual.
while you look this up,
I'm barely sexual. but I'm not asexual.
I'm
I have it, but
bisexual.
it's really not a large part of me. Often a complaint in my relationship.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Can I say this thing while you look that up?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to me, and I guess it is positive. I guess it's like a good sign of the times. But
Yeah.
like, so we're on this threesome app, right? And
Ooh.
a lot of the profiles say like what are your interests, and like a lot of them, like a astonishingly
Jazzing around town.
large amount of them say consent. And it's like, I guess that's good,
Yeah.
and it's like where we live, but like you're also just saying
It's not an interest.
You're just saying not being raped.
Yeah,
like it
totally.
should. Like it's
yeah.
kind of sad that we live in a time where you have to
Yeah.
be like,
It's
you know
very
what I
sad,
like
man.
when I agree to the sex stuff.
Also, it interests is sailing.
Yeah,
Walkabout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Not me. I spend all day long loving not being raped. That's what I do during my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
There's no way to show you this, but there's this girl who built a Mewtwo costume, and she's a woman from the top up, legs down. She's just got these giant, thick, alien legs.
Yeah, something's going on there, man. Curves. Yeah,
Curves?
I agree with you,
It
man.
fucks your mind
Curves will make me go crazy.
Yeah.
That'll break me. And I'll be staring at an oak tree for a couple of days, but you put a nice curvy thing in front of me, and yeah, I'll leave the oak tree aside for a little bit. And I'd like to, you know, who I really.
We got to do Anthony's Corner when you're done, and then we have to
What
do
time are we at?
54.
Oh no, we gotta go, man. We gotta go. We're keeping
Well,
it
make this
tight.
part Anthony's corner.
Let Anthony finish.
Yeah,
this.
the Anthony's corner. Go
Start
ahead.
the timer.
We could do 2 on Patreon.
We've got a great one today for you folks.
We'll do 2 on the Patreon.
No, we'll
This
do,
is
we'll
it
do
right
now,
now.
and this will be a part of it.
All right.
We got a real. This is maybe the first time ever on Anthony's Corner that we're doing a hybrid where we're doing the the hottest woman I think in the anime world,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do a little segment I like to call "Fix Your Face." And these are
Related.
these are insults that you can say to get your lunchroom bully off your back.
Mm-hmm.
The girl from Guardians of the Galaxy, not Gamora.
Yeah.
The other
Nebula.
one. Nebula.
Nebula's since day one.
Man.
She gets me. I never thought I'd love a bald chick with a metal piece on her head before. Dude, she gets just the way she talks.
Yeah.
And she knows what she's doing.
Yeah,
she walks
she-
away in this scene where she goes,
Yep.
"Good one, Dad." Or
Yeah,
some shit. And she walks
something,
away, and you
man.
go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I'll say this: I've seen her in other movies, pretty hot in other movies, hotter as the blue robot woman.
That's
Don't
what I-
know why.
That's what I would say, and it makes me mad
Nebula?
that I can't be seeing Nebula, just Nebula, in other movies. You know what I mean?
Oh, you just want to see Nebula in a carjacking movie?
Yeah, just because I like looking at her.
Yeah.
But figure it out, writers. Figure out how to get her in there.
Yeah,
Do
work
you-
the character.
Do you know what is a weird thing of the society that we live in today? When I see someone on TV, if I Google them and there's no naked pictures of them,
Mhm.
I'm like, don't believe it. I'm
Oh.
Yeah.
I just assume there's naked pictures of everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like Rachel Ray naked. What? No.
Crazy?
Yeah.
You
ridiculous.
gotta dig harder.
What's her problem?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
think.
yeah,
How's
yeah.
her problem?
A lot of these Instagram models, I'll Google and you won't find anything because they're like, I think they're protecting
They're
them.
paywall. Yeah.
They're like, oh no, I'm scrubbing the internet.
Yeah.
It's easier to find Jessica Simpson. That's not who I meant to say. The girl from Silver Lines book,
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, than it is to find Neva Mara, this goddamn looking girl on the internet. Goddamn. If only she spoke English. I wonder what she says.
What do you think she might be saying?
Oh, Gregory. Oh, the paywall is my panties. And you pay with laughter and jokes. Anyway, you want to continue Anthony's Corner?
Absolutely, but great parts of it. All right, these are some
Oh,
lunchroom.
I was asking Brendan if you knew who Nebula was.
Yeah, of course, man.
You saw Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes, all of them.
I just know that you love sports so much that I don't think you have time for anything else.
Anthony
get his
probably
mind
loves
off the
sports
game.
more than me. Well, I don't know. I like football more than him. He likes basketball more than
Yeah.
me.
And I love Dan Harumi more than all of that.
Yeah.
We're going to get a house together.
Just ask. Speaking of consent, ask the old boy if he wants to do that with you. And
Well,
then,
You can I
Dan
can
has
tell by
to
the
take
back of his
care
head.
of those 11 kids, man.
No, his kids are his brothers and sisters.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Just,
Different,
I
yeah.
hate to assume gender,
Yeah.
but I would imagine. Dan, what do you think?
Huh?
Huh? You not listening?
Yeah, I'm in, man.
Yeah, he's in. We're gonna get a place together in the Poconos, maybe.
Ooh, the Poconos. Be nice for you two.
Yeah, one of those places that looks like a mobile home but isn't a mobile home.
Oh, right. Pick up and go whenever you want.
Those square houses.
Things get heavy, you get out of there.
You gotta get out of here.
Just get on your back, man. You get out of there.
Yeah.
They will arrest our love, friendship love.
Here they go. Walk in, they
And
go.
I'm gonna
Are
castrate
there two
myself.
guys and 11 children living in here? Jeez Louise.
Finish your Anthony's corner.
Okay, these are some lunchroom lines to take out on your bully. Someone's on your back.
Facial. I wish you guys could see the faces he makes.
Your mama's so fat.
Yeah.
She uses chicken grease instead of bail bonds to get you Christmas gifts.
You stole that from an online thing.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I didn't.
See? Now you know how it feels to be accused of thievery.
Doesn't feel good. All right, there's another one. And these are, that one is to cause confusion in the bully.
Yeah, chicken grease.
And then they go, I don't even want to fight you anymore. My brain hurts so fucking much.
Mm-hmm.
And then this next one is, this is for all you technology heads out there. Your dad's got so many little suits.
Mm-hmm.
He went on Ancestry.com and they said he doesn't even have any ties.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
Can I throw one at you?
Sure.
This is the move you want to do. You got a high school bully. What you do is you drive home after them, right? And then you don't.
Don't do my
attack them.
bit. Don't do
doing
my
your
bit.
Why am I constantly being attacked on? I'm not stealing.
Okay.
You wait, and then you go there. They have a lot of kids on their window, right?
Sure.
No, come on, man. This is a bit. I don't do this on the podcast.
What do you mean? You already told us on the podcast.
Was
you did
I
it
on
at
the
beginning of the
podcast?
podcast? This is a callback.
No, I thought I did this before the podcast started.
I don't even,
Wait. Yeah.
I don't know about
Wait,
any
does
of
anyone
this.
know? Can we get confirmation that this was or wasn't on the podcast?
This was just you guys talking.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I'm not privy to
Then
any
the
of
joke
this
doesn't work.
information.
Then the joke doesn't work.
Okay, now
The joke was that I'm
Yeah.
stealing all the jokes.
Right.
this next.
Sorry.
This.
Right, sorry. It makes a lot of sense. They wouldn't have understood what I was talking about. That was a joke.
I told Greg a joke I'm working on beforehand. He thought I told him on the podcast, so he was going to do it. He's picking his teeth with a spear from one of his action figures. It's very sinister.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
Hit
that
us,
that-
Anthony.
All right, this next one is for people that live in African countries.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Okay, this one
Niger.
could be, not could be. The horse you can ride can't even afford its own hooves.
The bully's going to go, horse. I have
Man.
a Honda CRX.
This last one is same thing for kids in African schools. When Army Man comes up to rip apart village, you are the weakest one to fight.
I'll be at the St. Louis Funny Bone.
What the hell?
The
You
Wednesday
clocked out on Anthony's corner.
of Thanksgiving
I'll tell you what happened.
through
All right.
Sunday, and come out. It's always a fun time. Any other plugs?
I'm at the Comedy Cellar all weekend where comedy rules. That's what they say. That's what I'll do. The Rad Dude Cast where comedy rules. I don't have any headlining work. I got to call somebody or something.
As you guys
Y'all
know,
need openers?
let me
I'll sell merch to make up for it. That's how I'll make my money.
Oh, I see. What
I'll
you
do 20 minutes on merch.
I got it. Oh, cool. As you guys know, December 5th through the 8th, I'll be at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida. Tickets are available online. You can call the club. They've got all kinds of options for you. And then
Venmo?
Venmo. They've got a PayPal system.
Venmo
I'm sure.
me. I'll do the online thing for you. I'll get you tickets. Just Venmo me if you're like.
I'd go that way. I think that's the smoothest way to go. And then December 9th through the 13th, I am going to be running this one-man show, stand-up-y kind of thing. I don't really know what it is. But about my family at the Creek in the Cave.
Where? The Creek in the Cave. That's going to be great.
7 p.m., December 9th through the 13th. If you want to come out to something, I'd come out to that because I really don't know what it is. So you could be very instrumental in helping me figure that out.
Yeah, also, the Creek in the Cave is it's a great venue to watch artsy-fartsy kinds of things. And this is great for you to see Anthony in his prime, which is real artsy-fartsy hooligan. I was going to say faggot, but I didn't. Well, now I said it. Shit.
That's the first time that's ever been used.
I just think it's so funny that you went with hooligan instead.
I know. Not as didn't have the hit.
No.
But no, come to the creek because that's great because it's real fun.
Yeah, and Greg and Brendan are going to be open.
I'm going to be opening.
Yeah, one of the days. You
It'd
just
been
got to pick
one
a
of the
day.
days, only one day of the week.
Yeah, I was going to have a different person open each day.
No, you'll have me and Greg open every day.
Rotating.
Well,
And you'll pay us,
You know-
our premium amount.
Our
Well, you know,
going rate.
if it means not hearing any more of this bullshit, sure.
Yeah, I could, and I'm gonna run my one-man show before you use and burn them all.
And mine too.
And my one-man show is about everything I think I know about your life, so it'll be all spoilers.
That's funny.
It will be like Eminem in
Oh.
8 Mile, where he does the freestyle all about the other guy.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh, and for the Patreon episode, we got a real thing cooking. So
do you?
If you don't subscribe or
yeah.
pay money or whatever, now's the time to do it.
It's the price of a cup of coffee if you drink $5 coffee.
Patreon.com/RadDudeCast. Get on
That's
board,
funny.
you shit fuck.
Yeah. Okay, we're out.